Tenestelin. My name is Matthew Davis. I am a partner at Renew Investment Advisors. We are an investment firm that have been here in Ethiopia for over 8 years now. We are one of the most active SME investment firms in the country. And as part of our investment process, we do a lot of training of executives. And so what I'm going to take you through today is a training on how to think about your business in a way that's going to set you up for success as you try to grow a world-class company. So right off the bat, when we are looking at a company or investing in a business, we want to make sure that the entrepreneur, the person that we're backing, thinks about their company the right way. And if you think about your business this way, the chances that you're going to attract an investor, the chances are that you're going to grow a really successful business will increase. The problem is that most people don't think of their business this way. And this is one of the biggest challenges globally when it comes to entrepreneurship. People think myopically one way, but if they just expanded their aperture and thought of their business a different way, they would be much more successful. 96 out of 100 companies do not make it to their 10-year birthday, and it's because of this problem. So I'm going to teach you today about how to think about your company, and if you can get this concept, we're going to start down a path of success. So let's take a typical business, very simple company. You have raw material that you take into the business. You add value to that raw material, and then you sell that product in the marketplace with a profit that hopefully covers your expenses and gives some return on the investment that you've put into starting up that company. Now, here's the problem. Most people that start a business, they do it because they have a vision. They get excited about the potential of being their own boss. They might be working at a place and they say, hey, I can do this better. They might be driving down the road and they see something and say, hey, I can do that better. They might go to a restaurant and eat the food and say, I can make this better. Whatever it is, they have a vision that they can do something that the market wants better. So we're going to call that person the entrepreneur. The entrepreneur, they have the vision. They see into the future what they want. And that gets them excited. That gets them up early when they're working another job in the morning to write their business plan, staying up late at night once they've come home from work to come up with the plan even further, go out and get money for that business. They're excited to get going. Boom, they finally do it. And then they go to work in the business. And we call this person the technician. And the technician knows how to do the business. They do it very well, whether they're sewing things, making shoes, baking injera, whatever it is, they know how to do that very well. Now that's the problem. Right there. Most people stop with only these two people. And what best practice teaches us, what those 4 companies do different to become world-class, big businesses that go well beyond their 10-year birthday, making lots of money, employing thousands of people, making millions of dollars for their shareholders, and lifting the entire nation out of poverty, is that they have this person right here. And this person is often the most missing person in most companies. 96 out of 100. This person is the weakest link. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the manager. And what we try to teach you, and what we try to tell you is that doing a business, starting a business, that's the entrepreneur. Doing the work is the technician. But to actually build a company, there's all this other stuff that actually has to happen. And when you look globally at the really big successful businesses, They all have these things. It's the accounting work. It's the finance work. It's the HR work. It's the sales work. It's the marketing work. No matter where you are in the world, all of these things still have to get done. Whether you're baking injera, sewing t-shirts, making shoes, building a restaurant, you cannot get away from doing those things. But the problem is, people don't like to do those things. They're boring. And what I want to teach you is that if you do those things, and you have this manager, and you build this manager's muscle, you're going to be successful. You'll build a company that scales. And I'll tell you right now, if you're sitting at home, and you have a little bit of time, or even if you don't, I highly recommend we give it to every single company that we invest in. We give it to every manager that we help work with. Read this book. I just summarized it right here for you in this picture. It says there's 3 persona that have to be present for a successful company, and often this one is the most missing. So I hope you've learned a little something today. I hope you go read this book, and I hope you start thinking that all of this work that you delegate down to the person that you just deal with that accounting, you deal with the tax, you deal with the finance. If you consistently do that, you're going to consistently fall short of being a successful business. However, if you realize that this is actually the fun work, this work helps you get that vision. This work pulls you out of every day having to be the one that does it themselves because nobody else can do it. And it actually gets you up to build a huge, beautiful, wonderful company for your country.